Does it feel like you always have an endless to-do list? Look, like for real, I get it. Look, okay? This episode's for you. Keep on watching this. We gonna make it do what it do, yeah. Hey y'all, welcome to Letters to 30. I'm Nick. Thank you for clicking on this video. This channel is Letters to 30. It's where we talk about going after our dreams while taking care of ourselves from the inside out. And this video, we're getting into productivity hacks to avoid burnout. I promise you, my work email must be a paid actor because the way that it chimed right in the middle of the hook, yeah, this one was definitely meant to be, okay? I'm so happy that you clicked on this video because that means you must see yourself in something that I have been experiencing, but I'm working through it, okay? We're work in progresses. When it feels like those endless to-do lists where you just spend your day checking off boxes, just seeing what you can get done, it seems like there's one thing after the next when you look at your calendar and now you're overwhelmed, okay? And I feel like a lot of times we do not discuss how, especially in your 30s, there's always something going on. One of your friends always got something planned. You got a million tasks to cross off for work. You're trying to go to the gym, keep up your routine. You're trying to cook healthy meals. You're trying to still keep up with your hair, your style, your finances. And it's like, what the hell? There's always something going on. That's what it seems like in your 30s, right? So I'm here to talk to you about how I manage my very busy work life with my very busy social life, with my very busy all the things. And it's a blessing. I really had to turn oh, I'm so busy, I'm so overwhelmed into a positive. And I feel like that's just a mindfulness thing that I always try to implore you guys on this channel to do, because we're taking care of ourselves from the inside out. And a part of that is changing your mindset. Yeah, I can say I'm so busy, I don't feel like doing any of these things, but I change it to, it's a blessing that I get to experience all of life's joys, right? And I also can choose what I say yes and no to, but look, it's a choice at the end of the day. So you might as well spin it on its head and make it positive. So in this episode, I'm going to focus in on how I manage all of life. It seems like a lot of people are relating, especially this summer, to endless tasks, to-do lists, things to do, events to make sure you get to. Yeah, it seems like there's 3 events in one night, just all that. So I just want to give you a few tips and tools, tricks that you have used to make sure I'm still prioritizing my rest. I'm still taking things slow. We're going to prioritize and we're going to compartmentalize because that's what you have to do as a 30s girly, okay? So stick around for the tips. Grab your notebooks, because I like to give the tips. I like to be direct. And thank y'all for commenting on my last few videos, all of y'all who have been. The authenticity comment had me in shambles. The comments of people saying they wish I had more watch views and those things. I just love y'all. Like, this is a very early podcast. Not podcast, I always do that. This is a very early channel. So I'm just, being myself and see what comes from it. And that's just what it is. So let's get into these tips, okay? Rule number one. Okay, so you have to leave at least 30% of your calendar blank. And let's just say 40%, just because I'm feeling spicy, I'm feeling sexy. Let's just say at least 40% of your calendar should be blank. I've done productivity hacks videos and I love them because this is my wheelhouse. So I'm going to link where I talked about like my essential tools, and Google Calendar was definitely one of them when it comes down to starting the week with productivity hacks. But avoiding burnout, let's flip it. And when it comes to avoiding burnout, you better leave 40% of your calendar blank. Like, do not go and start filling up that calendar knowing you don't want to. Because when it gets to that day, you are going to be upset and it's going to affect your mood for the full day. So, what I like to do is scheduling time for small tasks in the morning, okay? So, I will start my day with easy tasks. If I need to transfer some money because the bill's about to come out, if I need to call, LADWP, the water and power, just to check on a bill. Like, I'll do quick little things that help me feel motivated. That way, my Google Calendar time then precedes that. So, really book unscheduled time in your calendar. Like, it's white space, but just know that you have to block out like 2 hour chunk, at least a 2 hour chunk in your day to just breathe. Let's get into tip number 2. So, tip number 2, I love this one and I'm just starting to use this, but theme your days instead of multitasking. So, what I mean by theme your days, it really is a difficult task to ask your brain to switch context on to-do lists. So, I like to keep my day pretty focused in on one thing. That way, I am as productive as I can be with that one thing and do the to-dos that I need to do for that, and where it's my brain is in one pocket. If I'm jumping from this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, yeah, no. It doesn't work like that for me. So maybe that's helpful for you. Like, if there's a certain project that I'm working on at work, I will have a million to-do lists for that one project, but I will make sure that those things are done before the end of the day. That way, my focus is solely on that, and it makes such a bigger impact to have 100% of a project done versus having 20%, 20%, 20%, 20% all across the board, and you're slowly having to, figure out how to get all to 100 day by day. That doesn't make sense to me. Tip number 3. So I really love this one. This is another sort of hack that I use to just make everything seem a little bit less pressure, okay? No pressure, all purpose over here. What I like to do is prioritize with a 3-task rule. So you might have a lot of things you got to do in one day. Sure, whatever. Cool. But you prioritize what you know you need to get done as the 3-task focus rules. All those other small tasks, make sure you just leave an hour of time, like I already said, to get those small things done. But you're prioritizing 3 tasks that you know you want to put your all in. So that way you go in with the day of, okay, these are the 3 things I know I'm going to get done, and leave out scheduled time, block time to get those things done. Actually, put them on your calendar. Sounds wild, but once you see it, visualize it, it gets done. That's a little hack. So even for tasks, I do add those to my calendar. And I love to do this because all those extra small things that you were supposed to get done, if you don't, okay, look at them as bonuses, not as, oh, I didn't get them done. No, those were just bonuses to what I already had as priority. So if you got one extra bonus down, that's a win. All right, here's my rule number 4. Rule number 4. Plan for your energy, not just your time, okay? So I might have those days where I feel like I'm going to be super, super productive. I might have my calendar written out, but then I wake up and you just like, I don't feel like it. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm a straight -2. And I can't get any of this stuff done, at least to my best ability. So when that happens, I don't do it. I rejigger my plan. I delete all of my Google Calendar blocks unless it's something for work that I have to do. The work is not going to be at its best if your energy is at its lowest. Okay. And not saying your energy is just going to be low all the time. Like, no, we're working on inside and out. Okay. So that's another topic. But it could be that time of the month. It could just be you're exhausted. It could just be you need a day. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It's just knowing that you are in tune with your body, you're present with who you are and how you feel, and you know that you can't push through when you're already not feeling your best. And that is recipe for disaster if you keep trying to push through that energy block. Just honor that. Honor how you feel. Do what you can and move the rest later down the road. Okay? This is my last tip. This is tip number 5, y'all. Tip number 5. And we laugh. I've said this before in previous videos, but I'm going to say it again. I already said that you start the morning with those small tasks, those productivity things that you can just blank, blah, 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 blah. Things that you can knock out, feel good. You got to schedule a payment. You got to take the trash out, put the laundry in a dryer. These small tasks that just get your brain, oh, we working. We're in it. Yeah, we are. So clock in, brain, because we got some real things to get done, but we got these small tasks. Okay, that wasn't the point. I already explained all of that. The point is, along with that, before that, really, you have to prioritize a non-work thing, a non-scheduled thing that brings you joy. Okay, I've said this before, but when you start the morning off in doing something that you just love and it don't have to do with anything on your calendar, that is how you have a day filled with joy, because you're already welcoming that into your day before anything else can steal it from you. Okay, so whatever that means for you, I have said kombucha on here. I have said taking a walk with my partner and our doggies on here. I have said a lot of things, and I've told y'all that it changes. So, and let it change, because you're fluid. That's just what it is. So, yes, that is my tip number 5, probably my biggest tip when it comes down to productivity rules to avoid burnout in my 30s. That one is a big one. Reclaim your mornings, okay? Make them about you. Okay, so I think that's the end of that. My camera literally just cut off because I ran out of storage. So hopefully the camera shot still looks good, but I ran through all the tips for y'all. Those are my 5 tips to avoid burnout when it comes down to productivity. And don't underestimate the power of rest, the power of sleep. Like, I'm telling y'all, you got to do these things, because sustainability, like, the older we get, things are only going to pile up more. And I refuse to let anything that I have on my plate to not be a blessing, okay? We are not going to outrun and escape things that we have going on and not even enjoy the experience. Like, take a minute, take a beat, enjoy what you got going on, and know that regardless of how busy you seem, things will always get done. And I feel like that's a mantra for me. This will be fine. It's going to get done. Like, it always works out, because it does. So I hope you found this episode helpful. These tips might seem simple, but when I tell you, they really help transform me into just taking... I clearly unmuted my computer. So yeah, not taking one thing at a time. Let me go get to that email, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And the video that is suggested to y'all right now, go ahead and click it, because clearly that video is meant for you. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.